Right. So I don't really remember being told or like being told I was going to Nigeria. What I do remember, or what she tells me now, is that she sent me to Nigeria on holiday with her friends.
Deception.
This is where the deception starts. So I don't know. I think I'm just going on holiday. I've never been to Nigeria in my life. This is 2002. I was still in primary school. I was probably in like year 4, I want to say. Year 4 at the time. Went on holiday. She gave them like 2 million naira, which isn't very much.
No, I think now I don't know how much that is, but back then it would have been like 8 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave them loads of money to like basically give me everything I wanted, pretty much spoil me and let me really like the experience. Now, bear in mind, this is an 8-year-old.
Lotioning.
No, but this is exactly. This is an 8-year-old, right? She did all that. So then, me coming back, I'm like, oh yeah, fucking hell, I love Nigeria. I want. So then,
a bit like that.
cut to a year and a half later, which is 2 years, like year 6. So everyone obviously is getting ready for secondary school, and then she threw. And me thinking I'm going to fucking Bacon's College because that was the college that like most people in my school went.
Oh yeah, that's where
Bacon's
you grew up.
is dead now, but you know whatever.
Bruh,
so Bacon's
shots fired.
No, you know. Whatever. But Bacon's is Bacon's is the one everyone thought they were going to, and back then Bacon's College was the shit. Do you know?
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
Bacon's was. Everyone wanted to go Bacon's back in the day.
Exactly. So she threw the idea of what about going to secondary school in Nigeria?
Strategy.
So obviously, I can only base it off my experience. My only experience is, oh my God, I get to go to a whole nother country. I get to go to Nigeria. This is what I thought. Now, it didn't hit me immediately till coming to the end of year 6 when everyone else is doing these secondary school transitions, and then I can't do any of it because I'm not going to be in the country. And then I was almost like, I don't really want to go, because then I started to realize the experience wasn't really all that. Like the fucking motorcycles and then the 3-wheeler, keke na pep or whatever they call it, and then the bloody buses. I'm almost like, do I really want to go? And then this is me going to somewhere where I don't have anyone.
Yeah.
Like my core were my people that I went to primary school with. Do you know what I mean? So this means I'm leaving like my friends and all of that to go to a whole nother country.
Nigeria.
Do you see what I mean? Because I think it hit me then, and we didn't speak. Well, you know, I refused to speak to my mum for a little bit just because
You had the audacity to not speak to your mum in year 6.
we say don't speak to her. It was like, don't.
Right, you got heart, fam. Now they got 2 slaps.
Obviously, you know, she was gonna, you know, she had some extracurricular activities for me.
What?
What?
You're talking to me like that?
Oh my God. She would be like, Ori bye, you know, like. Go on, finish it.
Oh, no, I ain't bringing that one. Continue, bro.
So,
Continue, fam.
and so, yeah, that was that's how I kind of found out. Now, granted, in primary school, I was, despite you may not believe it, I was actually quite calm and quite quiet. You need to shut up, fam. You need to shut up. I was actually quiet.
Emmanuel used to run Rubber Rife, all that area.
Man, those are my ends.
Keys. Emmanuel used to run it. Emmanuel was selling drugs at a young age. He started with grams, then he went to quarter ounces.
That's a lie.
Then he went to ounces.
That's all a lie.
And then when he got to ounces, he was selling weed. When he got to ounces, his mum kind of realized that, you know, he was going down the wrong path.
Don't be telling people I did drugs. What are you talking about?
I said you sold.
Yeah, but that's still bad.
Well, don't watch that anyway. Continue.
So I was a 10-year-old.
Fake news.
11. I was a 10-year-old, 11-year-old child. Now, granted, like, you know, I had my criminalistic ways.
Criminalistic ways in year 6?
No, in terms of like, I would get in trouble. There was once I think I did I hit a teacher or I kicked the door or something? Probably kicked the door. And I got sent to my head teacher's. I didn't hit a teacher, no, I kicked the door. And I got sent to my head teacher's office. Mm-hmm. Shout out Mr. Kelly.
Shout out Mr. Kelly.
And if you were a kid, you never, ever wanted to be sent
to Mr. Kelly's.
Mr. Kelly's office, because back then it was like going to a monster. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when he's good, he's Father Christmas. But when he's bad, it's like you're meeting something completely different. So, cut to, I go there. I had to write this whole thing about an apology or whatever, but get my mum to sign it. Right? This is probably where it began. This is probably the catalyst.
Criminality.
Of me going to, so what I did was that day, I didn't tell my mum anything, right? And so, fortunately enough for me, she was in her room and she was doing some like letters. You know, back then they had to sign checks and all that. I say back then, it was 1993, but not 1993, it was 2004. But yeah, you know, and she was and you know, me being, I can be a bit charming. Do you know what I mean? I was like, Mummy, oh, show me your signature. So she did it on a piece of paper, right? But what happened is, I wish I had a piece of paper. Now imagine I folded a piece of paper like I did my iPhone here. You
gave her the paper.
No, but it was a blank piece of paper. It was blank.
But then you went and wrote the letter.
She signed there, but I folded, final fold was on the last line of how I written on the previous paper. So all I did was recopy it onto...
You know what this man is? This man is a criminal, he's a deviant, and he's a threat to society.
Hence why I got sent to Nigeria. So, shout me if you want to learn how to do that. Anyways.
Wow, you were sick, fam.
So, then I just rewrote the letter. And obviously I stopped at the correct line.
Signature.
And you know, my handwriting was good, so I knew how to like size my writing to make sure it was there. And my mum signed the signature. I didn't lie. She did sign it. And I got away with it. Obviously she knows now. Clearly.
I would have got the whooping.
So, and then also, she also claims that she wanted me to learn the culture, blah, blah, blah. And she told me I'm going to Nigeria. So that was pretty much like how I ended up making my way to Nigeria. And what she had done was, you know, like prospectuses, like when we went to college or like university. So she showed me, she got them to, when we went in 2002, she got them to get the school's prospectus.
And it looked amazing, didn't it?
It looked like there were white people that went to that shit. Let me tell you something. It looked like there were white...
Fam, my mom said, that initially when she saw the advert for my boarding school, there was a swimming pool and a bakery. I went to boarding school thinking, it's going to be like Campbell Leisure Centre. Man's going to be able to swim. Then I could go to the bakery after, get some bread. There was none of that.
How did because I'm an only child, but I know you got sisters. How did your sisters react to you actually getting sent?
Ooh, my sisters were still babies at the time, so I don't even think.
I think Abigail cried. She told me she cried.
She cried?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have been a good
brother.
brother
You
then.
remember? Yeah, she said she cried. Surprise.
Raw, mad. But, my sisters were babies, so I don't actually think that they actually realized
that you went.
Yeah, or that I was even going.
Yeah.
How was I even told? I can't actually remember how I was told. I just remember being bare haps, and it was similar to you, what your mum did to you.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it strategic lotioning. When I was like 7, strategic lotioning. This is what they did.
Lotioning.
When I was, I think I was 7, and when I was 7, we went to Nigeria for the first time. This was 3 years before I initially got shipped. Yeah. And when I went, obviously, similar to you, it was amazing.
Yeah. They show you the shit of all shit.
It was everything. We took walks.
Marketing, that's what it is.
Branding.
That's
Deception.
Yeah.
So obviously, I had this overly positive view of Nigeria. I thought, this place is lit. It's amazing. It's like London. Everything good, everything calm, everything crisp. So when my parents told me, or when I even realized I was going to Nigeria, I was bare haps. I remember being in the bathing, thinking, I'm going to Nigeria. Shut up, bro. You look like an octopus. But anyway, I was very happy. And I remember telling everyone in primary school that I was going. But I didn't realize that the reality was going to be different from
Did your from
the
what it is? Did you said your school like prospectus or whatever?
Yeah.
Look so sick. Let me tell you something. My Caleb International College, like you would think they had this college in fucking Ireland. I even think they dropped a bar like they had a branch in Ireland. Bullshit. Okay, let me tell you something. When I got there in 2004, when I got there in 2004, I made that school international. I was the only international thing that came out.
There were no other international students in your school?
There was no one. I don't even think any of them had stepped out the fucking country. Okay. So when I walked up in that school in 2002, I was the international in Caleb International School.
That's deep.
Now I don't know where.
Deep.
Now the white people that were on that prospectus were probably like albinos.
Maybe they were stock images. Fair. You mean albinos?
Albinos,
you don't know. Look at you. Did they teach you English?
Well, maybe Americans call it albinos.
Yeah, maybe you American. This is not the United States of America. This is the United Kingdom. This is Britain, mate. This is how we talk in Britain. Anyway, continue.
Anyways, yeah. So albinos, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what. There you go.
I thought you were talking about Albanians.
No, bro.
Just continue.
The black people.
I get what you're talking about. That don't
have their melanin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't watch that. Continue.
So
we got there.
But long story short, I made that school international. But that's only me knowing, which you will find out over time. That's only me knowing once I got to the school. That's what made. But they plastered this shit as Caleb International College, something about developing the greater leaders of tomorrow. Now, granted, they're not wrong because I'm pretty much perfect.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that.
But the rest of them.
What's mad as well is I realized a lot of these international schools or self-proclaimed international schools, they don't provide. For example, my mum and my sisters traveled for a couple of years because of the work that my mum does.
Yeah.
And in the country she went to, they actually had international schools, but the international schools had IGCSEs. They had the actual exams.
Now
these international schools didn't have.
Wait, I'll give it to this school. Yeah. So when we got there, Caleb did introduce.
Oh, they introduced IGCSEs.
IGCSE, but no. I had done.
What was it? WAEC.
No. I did my first year, second year, third year. Fourth year, fifth year. So this is me, my fifth year, because they do 6 years in secondary school in Nigeria.
Just for context, in Nigeria, they do 6 years, and we call it GSS 1, GSS 2, GSS 3. GSS 1 is year 7, GSS 2 is year 8, GSS 3 is year 9. GSS stands for Junior Secondary School,
and then it go to SS, Senior School.
Senior Secondary
1, 2,
School.
3.
Yeah. And then you have them 3 years, and then you normally go straight to university.
Yeah, straight to university, whereas here we go to college then.
Yeah.
And I found that they introduced IGCSE then. So that was year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Year 11 out of 12, out of the, is when they introduced.
So you didn't do did you do IGCSE? You didn't do IGCSE?
I started it, and then I was just like, I can actually just do my GCEs, because you can do GCEs there. They call it GCSE. Well, they call it GCEs there, which is your GCSEs really.
Okay.
So I thought I could just do instead of wasting all that money, that was loads of money.
Yeah.
So I could have just done my GCSEs there and just come back.
Oh, I think my school might have done GCs. Okay, so maybe they that actually meant that. So they're actually international schools then. Well,
GCEs are like why?
But then GCSEs are the Nigerian one, but it converts to GCSEs.
Yeah. But when you come here, so when I came to college, they accepted it because they have the conversion. So even when I went to train for university, they were able to, because they just had to look at the certificate. They have their own conversion.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's when it became international. It became international 5 years into me being in the school. So, which is just bullshit. So I'm just don't even get me started.
You get your money how you get your money.
I'm already getting hot thinking about it.
Capitalism.
And then the school fees are disgusting.
Mine weren't that bad.
Not well.
But my...
We'll get there. So you're going to Nigeria now. How did you fly? You know, were you bougie?
Oh.
Did you take like?
We took...
Did they go with you the first time?
My dad followed me.
Okay.
Yeah. We took Emirates first class. I'm trying crap. We took KLM economy, and there was a stopover at Amsterdam. And then from Amsterdam...
And then as you claiming, I've been to Amsterdam when I was 10 years old.
These times are stopover, 2 hours stopover.
Did I say you smoke weed? Because I said it. I was like...
How you can't smoke weed at the airport? Because you're technically not even in the country until you leave customs.
You are in the country.
No, but the same way you can fly to Heathrow and get sent back. Technically, you went here.
Fair enough.
I even forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, then from Amsterdam, we went to... we got to Lagos. How do you pronounce the airport? Is it Murtala Mohammed? Murtala Mohammed. You know, you pronounce it.
I might be wrong, but I know I'm gonna use that Nigerian accent. Muritala Mohammed Airport.
Okay, so
say it.
We got to MMA.
MMA. Right, but pronounce it.
So
Muri.
So we landed at Muritala Mohammed Airport.
There you
in
go.
Lagos, in Nigeria.
Yeah.
In Lagos State. Lagos has 36 states. Yeah, it's a massive country. Yeah.
They had this song. I can't remember it.
What song?
They had a song to learn all the states. I don't know.
Oh, I don't.
I wasn't very good at school.
Basically, there's best states in Nigeria. There's 36.
Get back to your point. So when you stepped out,
wait,
even before you stepped out of the airport, where did your dad have to pay anyone? You know,
I don't think my dad paid it. I don't. Yeah, the bribery and the corruption in Nigeria. That's even a separate conversation. But I don't recall my dad paying anyone. I think there's either 2 ways you can go about it in Nigeria. If you want to be like stubborn, then you can just be stubborn and raggle and be like, I'm not paying.
Yeah.
I'm not paying you a dime. And that's probably what my mum will do, because my mum is my mum is savage. She'll let you know.
Man, Auntie will.
Benny. But no, I don't remember my dad. I don't remember my dad paying anybody. But yeah, sometimes they can be dickheads. I think my mum was saying that there was one time where she flew in Nigeria where I think the woman was expecting a bribe, and because she didn't give her a bribe, she literally searched all her luggage. Yeah. Like, opened it.
It's stupid. It's actually
took out the
stupid.
Clothes.
Because it happened to me. I was forced to go to Nigeria again.
Right.
I don't know why I'd be getting tricked, but in 2015. And I only spent exactly a week, so I left my mum in Nigeria, and I was coming back. And I was at the airport, and they were searching my... Bear in mind, I didn't have a big suitcase. I was there for 1 week. I had the clothes I was supposed to wear to the party, and I had my survival clothes. Okay? That's my... But
I swear that was that like a funeral wedding that you went for?
No, it was a birthday. My granddad's birthday.
That's it. I remember. You told me.
And they were searching my bags. And honestly, I was paying the man dust, because the man was like, what do you have for us?
He literally said, what do you have for us?
I was literally like, I'm just trying to go back home. Bear in mind, by this point, I was over being in Nigeria. I was there for a week. My skin had bubbled up. I didn't eat anything. I was literally skinny. It's like I had like swimming pools in my fucking neck. Like, I wanted to eat. I wanted to eat normal.
Did you have a Nigerian passport or a British passport?
I have both.
What one did you travel with when you were coming back?
I think I had to show them my Nigerian passport when I was coming back.
Oh, that means you didn't have that means you probably didn't get a visa. Because the last time my mum went...
No, I didn't have to get a visa, no.
Yeah, because the last time my mum went on a British passport with a Nigerian visa.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. So if you have two, you don't have to have a visa.
No, you don't have to have a visa. You just show them the Nigerian passport. You have
to get there.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you have for us? And I was like, I don't have anything for you. They were really holding me up. I was like, look, if this is going to kill my time to get my flight, I was literally like, and then someone else, they passed me on to someone else. The person was just like, did you pack your bag by yourself? I was like, yes. It's just my swimming clothes. That's just my clothes, my vests. And I was literally just like, you can keep it. I just didn't want to go. And they were actually asking for something. And I was like, I don't have anything for you. I want to go. Bear in mind, this is me like, I have all the attitude in the world. I'm British by this point. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
I would have said, I ain't giving you a penny wrap my shit up and give me my bag and let me go, fam.
I was literally paying them dust. And I think also because I had my rings on and then like my
So they
chain.
thought you
So
was
I looked swaggy.
Expensive.
Which I am, but you know. So man looked swaggy in it. Yeah. And
Ladies, shoot your shots. Shoot your bullets.
If you like,
We like the bod, the oily head,
Like,
the
it's
baby,
not oily, it's
the
just
head
old.
marinated in baby oil.
You're just like, what? You know, because you know they like to fill the head and just come down to the beard, and I'm like,
Hey, baby.
all right, calm down.
Let's
Go back to what we're
let's
talking
go. That's what we're talking about.
And yeah, and they were asking me for money, and you could tell they were so irritated because I clearly wasn't budging. I was there for a good 45 minutes. I'm not giving you anything. Just let me go
Proper
through.
trying to hustle you, fam. That's mad.
Just let me go through. Yeah.
That's actually mad.
So, yeah. So, stepping out of the airport now. Stepping out of the airport.
Stepping out. All I remember. Go on.
That heat
Fam.
is like the UK's air. Nobody should ever complain about the UK air, because if you want to air that's full of sand, where the fuck does the sand come from?
I don't know.
Because
it's just dust.
you can see them. Yeah, but this is the thing. You see them sweep it, and you see concrete.
Do you know what it is? I think because Nigeria, I think because
It's
there's...
a desert.
Yeah, and because obviously
Is it
when
a
you
desert?
don't have... I wouldn't call Nigeria a desert, no.
It's near a desert.
But because there's a lack of infrastructure, you don't have concrete roads everywhere. So there are some roads in Nigeria. So where I stayed with my cousins, the area was really nice, but like the back roads, they weren't done yet. So it's just literally sand. It's grass and sand. So that's probably where the dust comes from. And Nigeria's not the most environmentally friendly place anyway. But that's a different conversation about poverty and economics and whatever. But
yeah, but how did you feel? So when you got out, did someone was there someone there to pick you up? What?
Was there someone there? I think my uncle. Either my uncle picked me up. I can't even remember. I think so. I think my uncle was there to pick me up because my uncle then lived. One of my uncles lived in Lagos, so he must have probably come to pick us up, and then we made the drive from Lagos to Ibadan.
Oh, you went to Ibadan. Oh God.
Yeah, my boarding school was in Ibadan.
Oh, you went straight to boarding school.
When did I literally went to boarding? I think I landed just before my birthday. I landed at the end of summer.
Oh yeah,
and
to start in September.
Right.
So
it was
August-ish.
Yes, like end of August, and then I started boarding school like on the 5th. Wait, no. This is what happened. I didn't land in August. I landed in February or March. And initially I went to a boarding school because I left like in the middle of year 5.
Oh.
Yes, I left in the middle of year 5, and to finish off the year, I went to a school in Ibadan called Lifefort. This was before secondary school. Right. Lifefort, I can't even lie.
Maybe just to get you into the Nigerian
just to get me into the experience, yeah.
Okay,
but I think initially my parents hoped that I was gonna stay at Lifefort, which I'm gonna get into. But Lifefort was amazing. There was hot water. There was cold water.
Can I just pause there? I love how hot water and cold water is coming across like a luxury in a boarding school.
Yeah.
In a boarding school. That is, which, look, I understand.
Basically, there was hot water, cold water. We had like a communal area, and I think they had PS1. That was the first time I think they had PS1 or PS2. Probably
Wait,
PS1.
you had a PlayStation?
In my boarding school. This was the first one. In my boarding school, they had a PlayStation.
Why did you leave there? No, I don't even see. Look, don't even tell me. Tell me next.
I'm gonna get there. Yeah. But they had. That was the first time I got introduced because I didn't have a console at home.
Yeah.
But that school was sick. We got driven to school every day because the hostels were in a different area. It wasn't one campus.
Yeah.
And even the hostels were really, 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 really nice. Like if you didn't fly if you didn't quote unquote fly me to Nigeria and you just dropped me there, I might not have known the difference because it was in a really, really, really like nice area. It was in a GRA for context.
That was in Lagos then.
No, this was in Ibadan. This is in Ibadan. Yeah. This GRA for context is a government reserved area, and if I'm correct, it's like where government officials and probably like wealthy people build their houses. Yeah. So the area in itself was really nice. We got ice cream like every Friday. Like, bro, this school every Sunday we got like when we got driven to church, after we got driven back, we got like a party bag full of food, just snacks.
Was this once or every week?
This was every week. Like this.
Why did I go to that school,
bro?
And my school was bigger than that.
No, I think my school was probably bigger than yours because yours was on one campus. Mine wasn't on one campus.
It became 3, but yeah.
Yeah, I think mine. They were building like one campus, and it was gonna have like a swimming pool, everything. Wow. But my school, the first school that I went to,
that school had a swimming pool and stuff.
I think they were going to build. Right, yeah, okay, so that school was gonna be like a litness. When I finished that in Nigeria, the Nigerian educational system is different. So in Nigeria, you can essentially go to secondary school early if you pass what's called the common entrance exam. So for most people in Nigeria, I'm gonna get there. For most people in Nigeria, they do it in year 5, if I'm correct, and then they go straight to year 7.
It's kind of like a 11 plus.
Yeah, like an 11 plus SATs. Yeah. And then if there are some people that you might hear that have probably gone from like year 4 something straight to year 7. But on the flip side, in Nigeria, if you fail a year, you have to repeat it. So in year 7, JS1, you might assume that there's going to be like, how old are you even at? Like 12, 13?
Yeah. In what, year 7?
Year 7, JS1.
Yeah. So you're 11, 12, 13.
11, 12, 13. But if you've got someone that's repeating a year, you can have like a 14-year-old. Or you can have like a 16-year-old in year 9, JS3.
I've got a story to
because they repeated years.
You see how tall you are? Yeah. And bear in mind, I'm short as an adult, right? Now think about me as a 15, 14-year-old. And there's a whole guy that's that height. Man was like, yo.
In what, GS1?
Who in JS2?
God knows how many years we repeated.
And I'm like, and then when he's doing work and he's asking me to teach him, I'm like, brethren, you've done this 3 times. Okay. But I think, my experience of going to obviously the heat, first of all. I went to my uncle's house. But my uncle's Honorable Jubile, he was
rich.
Yeah, he was rich. Yeah, he has money, And obviously I got loads of cousins there. Shout out to my cousins. Brap. I got loads of cousins there as well. And there's a so I stayed at their house in the beginning and I had to do the exam.
The common entrance exam.
I don't know why they call it a common entrance exam. That just sounds so
the common entrance to secondary school.
Whatever. But I failed that shit because you need to think in primary school, like because the British educational system is more spread out compared to the Nigerian system. They started doing things we learn in year 7 and 8, not even year 7 and 8, things we learn in year 9 and year 10.
They do it before.
In primary school.
Yeah, I remember learning algebra like in Nigeria early. Like business, it's more rigorous.
Even the stuff I learned in business in college, all about like franchises and all that.
Yeah.
I did that in secondary school. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, or even like accounting and all that stuff. I knew all that stuff.
Bruv, I remember doing like, I think like simultaneous equations in in JS2, JS3.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. So I failed it. Trust and believe, They pulled out the money and they were like, and I got my place. We had a meeting. Oh, no, what they did is they had a meeting. Obviously, they had to exchange some money to this man. Well, it's cool. And we had...
What?
This is an international college.
I got bumped.
Yeah, you did. And they said that they would accept me on the condition that I'm on like on trial sort of thing. which you can't take me out of school until I've
On
done
trial.
the exam to the end
When
of
you
the...
pay the school fees.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Bear in
Fake
mind-
probation.
This is what I'm saying. Bear in mind, the only thing I failed was maths because I've been saying from day one, I'm shit at maths. Do you see
They
what I
bumped
mean?
me.
So
I'm angry.
obviously I made my way into the school, you know, and
I'm angry.
I got myself. Yeah, you should be angry.
Bribed your way. Do you know what happened, fam? The reason I didn't end up going to that nice school I told you about was because I failed the common entrance exam. Where, bro, up till today, I don't believe I failed that exam.
Don't you?
No, I was smart.
Wait,
I've always been smart.
Let me rephrase that. Doesn't mean I'm not smart.
No,
I'm just not good at maths.
Yeah, 100%. But I was smart in primary school. Academically, I was smart.
Let me rephrase that. I wasn't good at maths then. I'm an educator now, so I'm really
fine.
good at maths now.
But apparently, I failed both exams. But I don't believe I failed. I don't know what games they were playing, but I could not have failed those exams. Because if I do an exam and I fail, I know that I failed coming out of that exam. Those exams, I knew exactly what I was doing. Like even with my GCSEs, I would know, okay, I didn't do all right in that exam because I waffled on that question. Those exams, I'm sure I did amazing. For some reason anyway, I failed. And because of that, my auntie and uncle had to start looking for another school. And then I think the one that my mum saw, which apparently had the swimming pool, was one in Nigeria called King's International College in Monia in Ibadan. So I went to that one and I did the common entrance and then I passed that exam and then that's how I got into that school. But I did not fail that exam.
Look, I'll say before, and like, look, there were two big differences.
Maybe they just didn't like me.
This is me, probably. This is me before. This is that picture of me and my cousin before Nigeria. The disaster Nigeria was for me.
Your head wasn't that big.
In. You need to shut up.
Your head was normal.
My head's not big now.
Now it's like an oblong.
I will actually kick you. I will actually fully kick you. Right? And then this was me after it has settled down. Not happy.
You're not happy?
Not happy. After I had gotten into the school and you know what's so funny? The building, and I don't have a picture of the old building, like the building from 2004.
I remember that building.
But it's on the main road.
Yeah.
And it looked beautiful from outside.
That's why I thought your school
it
was
had
amazing.
Their colours,
Bougie.
yellow and burgundy-ish sort of thing. And at the time, the boys at boarding school hostel was one massive building. Mm. Then opposite it, literally in the same premises, the school was in one massive building. And then if you take another area around, the girls' hostel was at the back.
So you could walk around your school pretty quickly.
Oh yeah. I literally just had to run straight, and I'm in school. It literally wasn't far from each other. It was almost like my phone to this bottle, right? But the buildings were massive, obviously, because there were so many of us. So like in the boys alone, we had about 4 floors, but 2 sets of flats on each side. And each flat had a room.
What?
So when I got there, it seemed nice. They will always paint it so nice.
Of course,
for the newcomers.
They gotta get them bands.
Nice, and I think the experience just kind of went where it went. You know what I mean? And I think you can also say that it was a movie.
What you mean overall?
Being in starting into boarding school and seeing the transition.
Oh yeah, that was a movie and a half. Seeing the
transition from when you first started, how excited you were.
Yeah.
So now looking back,
I cried on the first day. I remember.
You know what's so funny? I didn't cry. I think I was a bit like. It got to a point where it had kind of hit me. Okay, because my mum was with me. My mum was in London.
Yeah.
So I think I had gotten to a point where it hit me. It was like, okay, I'm by myself. But I don't think I reacted in any way. I just kind of was silent about it. And because in the beginning, I like to see my surroundings and see what's happening.
Yeah.
But I think I was just really silent about it. I didn't say much, and I think that was the start of me keeping quiet about a lot of things.
Fair.
Yeah.
Why did you stay silent though?
I wasn't gonna cry.
I mean, yeah, fair.
I wasn't gonna cry.
Oh,
I had
man, I
to
don't care,
survive in a
fam.
whole nother country.
No one saw me cry. I cried and I took a nap after.
I had
And
to
I woke up
survive.
and it was evening time.